Well, hello. Welcome to the Fresh Start podcast. Oh my gosh. See, I'm already feeling silly because our friend Amy is with us today. Stacy's here, and we've
Mhm.
already been talking about silly Christmas stuff. And so we should have been recording, I guess. We were talking about
Mhm.
hair too. I just got my hair done.
80s here.
I look,
80s here.
I look like Jack.
Amazing. Looks great.
My husband's driving to Atlanta and I called. He goes, "How's your hair look?" And I said, "Well, I think it looks good. I
Oh,
look a little bit like Jacqueline Smith." And he goes, "I'm turning this car around right
I
now."
was gonna say, too bad he's going out of town.
Oh my
You're
gosh.
right. You do kind of look like Jacqueline Smith. That's funny.
Oh my gosh. Oh well, it definitely looks better than how I looked when I went in. So, yeah, so I'm Marcia, if you are just tuning in, and we have Stacy. Say hello, Stacy.
Howdy. Hi.
And we have our friend Amy. How are you, Amy?
I'm good right now. I mean, there's always crappy things going on, but like
Yeah, of
Amy is
course.
our
you couldn't
emotional
tell because
support Canadian.
yeah.
She is. I know.
Once I see you guys, it's always I'm good.
She always checks in. Are you guys okay down there? You guys,
I know.
you get American news and you're like, oh, I better check on
Oh,
Marcia and Stacy.
yeah.
I know.
Everyone needs an emotional support Canadian.
For sure, for sure. So
Proud to
this,
be one.
thank you. You're good. You're a good one, Amy. We are, this is our last episode for 2025. I can't believe this year has gone by. And so we got a couple of things we're going to do. First, we're going to talk a little bit about the holidays and maybe how we can combat some holiday stress. I mean, I don't know if anyone has any stress around the holidays besides me, but I need this episode. And
This is all for you, Marcia. This
thank
is
you.
all for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it very, very much. It's good to have life coaches in my circle of friends. That's all I'm saying. Free
Couple
advice.
life coaches and a therapist
I
and yeah,
know. Spiritual
personal trainer
advisor.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yep, spiritual advisor.
Throw them all in. So we're going to talk about that, and then y'all stick around because everyone loved our yay and nay segment that we did with Melissa a couple weeks ago. So we're going to have it's a holiday yay and nay. So I think it was Amy's idea. We're going to do Ho Ho Hos or Ho Ho Nos. So y'all stick around for that.
It made me laugh every time, so I didn't know if it was good or really like a mom joke, but
Okay.
yeah.
All right, we're good. So tell us, Stacy, since you're our life coach, tell us how we can address our holiday stress.
Yeah, it's really, it's all about centering ourselves and being confident enough to state what feels right and what doesn't. So that's really the gist of it. And Amy and I were on another call together when we were talking to, I don't know, about 20 women who were contemplating how to move through the holidays with life circumstances. So unhealthy relationships, it's a stressful time in the world. So there are lots of differing opinions. So all of that stuff comes together because of the holidays. You're around all these people that you adore and care about most of the time. But then sometimes because of life events and politics and religious conversation, maybe we are on opposite sides of a fence and that causes some tension.
Yeah. Some tension. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, could be a lot.
We go into it
So,
with an intention, right? To love, like we have that sort of holiday spirit going into it and, celebrating our religious traditions and celebrating the birth of Christ or God incarnate. And then all of a sudden it can go south really quick and you can walk away thinking, with a bit of emotional whiplash, like what just happened? I went into it with a great intention and then it didn't go so well.
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So the timing was interesting because Amy, as you know, because you got the text, found this really interesting Substack on this topic. And as soon as that came in, I was like, whoa, all right, this is a ho 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 for sure. And although I can't say specifically the title, it is by Ellen Scherr, and it's Aging Out of F's. And F stands for what you think it is. So Aging Out of F's, the Neuroscience of Midlife Awakening. And so, Amy, you found that. What do you?
Well,
What,
to be honest, I didn't find it. A friend of mine, Lorraine, who I think has aged out of F's a long time ago. I always really admired her, but I did tell her this later on. I said, you know, some of the things that she used to talk about years ago would make me very uncomfortable. On the surface, I never let it know. I never let her know that I felt that way. But underneath, I felt very uneasy because she was saying things that were kind of making my foundation, my people pleasing, my I gotta love everybody. I want this kumbaya feeling. Some of her views would kind of come in with that. So she was actually the one that found this article, and I've crept up to her side a lot more. So just a shout out to Lorraine for finding the article and then for passing it along. Because now I'm definitely in a place where I can read an article like that, even with a word like that in the title, and not be so shaken up.
We can say
yeah,
fork. Isn't that what the
it
what?
is the good place.
Yeah, the good
Oh
place.
yeah.
Aging out of
That's
forks.
aging out of forks. I love it. Yeah. So Ellen Scherr, the author, talks about how when we hit midlife, there's like hormonal changes, and
Mhm.
that helps us to become, less. We care less about stating how we feel, and
Mm.
and I think that I have experienced that. I didn't really think that it was necessarily a hormonal shift, but I have heard in the past that once you hit your 50s, you just say what you mean, and maybe that's this whole idea of hormonal changes, and then also for women especially, there's like a more drastic shift because we have been socialized or programmed to culturally, especially if we have come out of evangelical spaces, we are that pleaser and the person that puts everyone before us and fixes other people's problems and probably carries more of a burden than we really want to. So when we age out of forks, we start, pushing back on that, and that can become obvious.
Yeah, I think too. uh, I've realized, I realized as I grew up into adulthood that especially around the holidays, it feels like it's all on the mom or the woman's shoulders to make it magical.
Mm.
It's so much pressure to just have the right food on the table, that something that everyone likes, everyone has the right gifts. I mean, you know, most of the most guys are probably like, "What'd we get them? What'd we get the kids?" They're not out buying a lot of the presents, and planning the meals and decorating the house. I mean, my husband's good to help, but
Mhm.
um, you know, I can see, I don't know if you guys follow that. I think her name is Melanie or something. She's the lady that has the We Do Not Care Club.
Oh,
Oh
yes.
yes.
Yeah, it's for women in perimenopause and menopause, and it's like when you age out of forks, you are sort of in the we do not care club.
Hmm.
We do not care if you got your green bean casserole on the table. Eat the sweet potato casserole.
I don't know. That would hit me
I
hard.
know, I know you're a green bean casserole fan. Then bring your own. Bring your
Yes,
own dang
that's
green
right.
cat.
Exactly.
That's kind of the idea, is that you get to honor what's important to you, and then other people who are joining you in the celebration, if it's important to them, we allow them to literally pick up the dish, make it, and bring it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
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 And it's not only about no longer caring about certain things, but it's also caring about other things. So
Mm.
she calls it like the great pruning. So neurologically, you stop caring about certain things that take up a lot of energy, and then you take that energy and you put it around things that are really important to you.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
really nice. Yeah. And so this article was perfect timing, and
Yeah.
I think that it lends itself well to to think about the boundaries that we set and the practicing some of the words, even then the sentences that we might use as we navigate different scenarios, but starting from that place of it's actually okay for you to feel like you can say no,
Mm.
and this is actually a positive thing. It's a good use of your own personal resilience to be able to say no, or to be
Mm.
able to change patterns that you have had in the past.
Yeah. That's good.
So as I read it, what I thought about was David Rico's book, How to Be an Adult in Relationships. And that is one of the books that, as a coach, I recommend all the time
Mm.
to people who are, yes, entering into, dating. Sure, that's a great use for this book. But he has this concept called 5 A's. And when I read his book, I thought, you know what? And he says, it starts with us. So it's very personal, this use of his 5 A's. And I'll tell you what they are in a minute.
Okay.
Um, and then once you start to recognize and foster these 5 A's in yourself, you look for how other people are doing that, other people that you're in relationship with or getting to know. And they are helpful, kind of, I use them as like a checklist. If I come out of a strange interaction, I can go to this list of 5 A's and say, okay, where did this go wrong? And was it on my side of the fence or someone else's?
Mm.
And what do I want to do about it? But the
Mm.
5 A's really are helpful. And so I'll tell you what they are. Attention. And attention is offering presence and really noticing what's happening in ourselves and in other people. So paying attention.
Okay.
Acceptance. So allowing ourselves and those people around us to be who they are without
Mm.
trying to change them. Just
Mm.
observing it
Mm-hmm.
for what it is and just accepting them as who they are. Appreciation, recognizing and valuing efforts, qualities, and contributions, ourselves and others.
Mm.
Affection. Affection is expressing warmth and care through our words and our tone and our physical actions. That's what affection is. And again, can turn that inward. How am I showing myself affection?
Mm. Yeah.
And outward. And then the final one is allowing. So giving space for feelings, preferences, for differences. So giving that space and allowing that space without trying to control it. And I think that her article is a lot about, all of these 5 A's. That's why I really quickly put the two together
Yeah.
in my head. His book is excellent. I highly recommend it.
Ooh.
Um,
We'll put that in the show notes for sure.
His
yes.
other book, Triggered, is really good as well.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Mhm.
both of them.
Yeah, really good.
I may have to ask for this book as a Christmas present from somebody.
Hey, from Santa, ho, ho,
Yeah.
ho.
Ho, ho, ho. Yeah.
It's a ho, ho, ho. It's on the ho, ho, ho list.
Ah, these are so
Yes.
good.
Attention, acceptance, appreciation, affection, and allowing.
Yeah. The acceptance one is jumping out at me just because I've been listening to Mel Robbins' book, Let Them,
Hmm.
Mhm.
and that really is, it's like if someone wants to show up in a way that you're not, you wish they would show up in a different way, but that's how they're going to come in, just let them. Like you can't control how everyone's interactions are. That's what I struggle with sometimes is I'm trying to control the whole experience for everyone there. and it's exhausting.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, and if we've planned an event or we've put a lot of preparation into people coming over, spending time somewhere with others.
Hmm.
We have in our minds how we want it to go.
Hmm.
And when it doesn't go that way, we have to kind of feel that tension on the inside and navigate that and decide what we want to do with it. Are we going to, like you said, just let it, it is what it is. We can't control it. So does that help us to not take things personally? It's a whole difficult journey when we start to capture those emotions that we're having
Hmm.
and decide what we want to do about it.
People
And I think,
pleasing is often like a trauma response. It's
Mm.
part of the fawning response.
Yeah.
And so when we don't allow our emotions to propel us towards fawning or people pleasing, we're going to be left with emotions inside.
mhm,
And when you were talking with Barb just the other week, emotions are a way, like cueing us. And so we can ask ourselves, why do I feel uneasy when Jim and Janice are having an argument, or he starts talking about something that I feel uncomfortable with? If I just allow him to do that, why is that bothering me so much? What's going on inside myself?
mhm.
Mm.
And that
Yeah.
can be a good cue just to,
Yeah.
to know ourselves, because a lot of these automatic fawning and people pleasing, we're programmed to do that
Hmm.
for one thing. And other times it's just, something that's happened in the past and it's an automatic response. And so it just gives us a chance to know what's going on and then to do some healing work.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. As you're saying that, I'm thinking, yeah, if I'm hearing somebody talk about something that's making me uncomfortable, I think my Enneagram 9 starts wanting I start thinking it's probably making other people uncomfortable too. And so I try to intervene so that there can be peace, so that
Hmm.
Yeah.
the other people aren't uncomfortable. But the truth is, maybe I'm the only one that's uncomfortable. I mean, maybe I'm
Yeah.
projecting my own feelings, onto everyone else, and I just need to let them feel, the way they're going to feel and not try to
Yeah.
control it.
And
Hmm.
is there
Yeah.
anything wrong with everybody being uncomfortable when someone is saying something that's inappropriate? Everyone sits there and we're uncomfortable. Nobody rescues anyone. We just all sit in the fact that it's uncomfortable.
I don't like that, Amy.
I don't listen, you're talking to the queen of it. So,
Yeah. It's
but
fun. I would challenge our listeners to try it and
Yeah.
us, right?
Yeah.
To try it, because in the moment, to me, what it feels like is I feel like I'm inside a kind of a bubble. I put myself in this bubble, and it's a place where I can just, I look the same on the outside, but inside I'm looking around and I'm thinking, oh, isn't this interesting? What a strange thing. And I'm feeling all these different ways. And this is one of those opportunities. I get to decide what I want to do, and so it's an interesting place to be, because it's kind of empowering
Yeah.
in the moment if we can do it, because we have this place to go and have all these feelings inside, but recognize that we don't have to push them onto other people. We can hold on to them and make
Hmm.
really wise choices as a result. Do we want to walk away? Do we want to say, hey, that is a forking bad idea that you're just throwing out there, right? What do we want to do about it? Yeah.
well, and it gives everybody the opportunity, it gives you the opportunity when you go into that space. And for me, that's an easy space to go to because, as a child, I had different things that went on. So I had kind of like this safe space that I would always go to in my mind. But if you can not quite you can dissociate in the sense that you can compartmentalize what's happening inside of you from what's going on outside of you, but you
Mm.
don't want to dissociate to the point that
Mhm.
you're, like completely lost in it. But if you can dissociate and control it, you can actually step into curiosity and you can
Mm.
be like, oh, this is fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling this way. And then, okay, let's watch and see how this plays out instead of going to our typical response. But then also that you may notice afterwards. So I like to do something, it's called like the pregame prep. I'm
Okay.
not a sports person, but I imagine people prep for like professional sports.
Yep.
And then in the
Yes.
game, when they're in the
Mm-hmm.
game, there's also game talk going on. And then there's also post game talk that happens. And so, one thing when you're attuning to yourself and you're noticing these things, maybe the next day you'll notice you're really tired. And she talks about that a bit in the article, how like these things do play on your nervous systems. So
Mm.
the next day, if you're eating an entire bag of Lay's chips, for example, or you're compulsively cleaning your house,
Mm.
or you
I
cannot get out of
never do
bed,
that.
that's
That would be a
mine. Sorry.
bad sign for me right there. You
That's
should.
a sign for me when I have a problem sitting still and I can't sit. I just have to like do something all the time. That's a cue to me that something has happened that I need to deal with. So just
Wow.
be prepared. You have to prepare
Yeah.
yourself for the holidays before,
Mhm.
during whatever the interactions are, and then afterwards, whether you've got decision fatigue, which she talks about that, like at
Mm.
some point our bodies say, enough.
Mhm.
This is
Yeah.
too
Yeah.
much. So if
Yeah.
you can't do it in the moment, the nice thing about the middle-aged brain is it'll tell you. It'll tell
Yep.
you.
That's
Yeah.
great.
So we have some scenarios.
Yeah,
Oh,
these are great.
okay.
Yeah, we have some scenarios.
Stacey came up with them.
Amy,
I didn't come up with them. So sorry,
Amy,
sis.
which one do you want to start? Which one do you want to start with?
Oh, let me find them.
How
How
about
about
go ahead.
the overfunctioning host? So
Mm,
that was a scenario. So the overfunctioning host, I'm not quite an overfunctioning host, but I guess if someone is really underfunctioning, I would become an overfunctioner, but it's not my typical go-to. But maybe you're approaching the holidays and you feel like kind of a sense of burnout. You don't have you have, months beforehand, you kind of think, this is my authentic self and how I view the holidays. But as the holiday is approaching, you're starting to feel dread. You're starting to feel overwhelmed. You might be noticing, if you're not feeling those things, you might be noticing behaviors that indicate that you're overwhelmed. And so, one of the things that Stacey had mentioned, sorry, this is not very good flow. Um, oh, these are like back pocket responses. So you can say, I'm noticing that I don't have the capacity to host in the same way this year. I'm happy to host if we simply do soup and sides or desserts only. I get that this can be disappointing to you. And then you allow them to have their feelings while honoring what's going on and tending to yourself. And I
Mm.
will say, my mom did this for the first time this year.
Wow.
My mom is like, if you go back in my Facebook feed, you'll find pictures of my mom. And I call her the hostess with the mostest because she wants to make sure that everyone has the best thing and everything. But this year she was feeling overwhelmed. And so this year on Boxing Day, we call it the day after Christmas, we're going out to a buffet and we're having dinner. And we're all super excited about it. And it makes us feel good that she is taking care of herself.
mm,
Oh, I love that. Good for your mom.
So maybe
mhm.
you might but also be prepared because sometimes, kids won't feel that same way as
Mhm.
we did. We won't embrace it, or they won't embrace it the way that we did. And so be prepared for that and maybe have some back pocket responses in
Mhm.
light of that too. I
Mhm.
know you're
Yeah.
really disappointed. I would love to be able to do it. It's just not good for me this year. And so we're going to do this. Or
Yeah.
you could even say to them, if those dishes are really important to you, feel free. I'd love for you to take
Mhm.
on
Bring him.
the
Hmm.
turkey.
Yeah. Mm.
Take on the turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, there's a scenario around difficult topics, and I think that's really key for us. And I don't know how many of you encountered this around Thanksgiving, but it seems like families can be pretty split in terms of politics and religion and
I
what
just had to take
other
a deep breath
hot
just thinking
topics there
about
are.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. Deep breath.
So, we can do a lot of things if someone says something we disagree with, and we all have. We've all done that. Here are some other ideas. Just to say, so when I talked about being in that kind of a place where you're observing your own emotions, instead of reacting to what you're feeling, just when you notice those emotions, you can say something like, I can feel myself really getting activated
Mm.
by this topic.
I like that term,
Me
activated.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I care about our relationship too much to get into this today.
Nice.
Um, you're welcome to have your views. I am not able to debate them with you today.
Okay, I need to write that down.
Or even a simple one that I've done is I don't feel comfortable right now. I don't feel comfortable having
Yeah.
this discussion. And
Yeah.
that's just the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think, when we talk about emotional intelligence, that's a really crucial thing for us to remember, is that those people that just want to debate and bring us down have lower EQ.
Yeah.
I don't know if I said IQ or EQ. I meant EQ if I
Yeah.
said it. So they have lower EQ, meaning they don't have the capacity to entertain the fact that other people are allowed to have different opinions.
Yeah.
So people that have that more dualistic mindset are going to challenge and try to debate and just keep it going like that. And once we can see that that's where they are, I think it's a helpful hint to us that it's not like it's going to go anywhere anyway.
Right.
And we don't have to give up our energy. We can divert our energy.
Hmm.
I'd like to just add to that, Stacey, that for me, it's really important to like write these down. When I like years and years ago, when I was going through something really difficult, the counselor that I was talking with, she called these things back pocket responses. And I literally would go into situations and just the comfort of knowing I had a cue card in my pocket or in my purse
Wow.
grounded me. One thing that she talks about in the article too, and I definitely feel this, is sometimes when your nervous system is saying no and you're changing things, other parts of you get
Mm.
really activated because you're not doing things the way that they used to go. And maybe that's cueing your nervous system that danger is going to come. And you will get kickback from certain people, like Stacey said, who have low EQ and can't imagine. They may call you difficult. They may call you stubborn. They may say that you're argumentative or whatever it may be. And that can be really scary. It's really scary for a person like me. So just one thing that really helps me before I go into an event is just practicing it in my car on the way there.
Mm-hmm.
I love you.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable right now. And then if I do have a trauma response, just by making that little boundary, giving myself the opportunity and the permission to go use the restroom and just, ground myself a little bit, or going outside and getting some fresh air, or finding a little kiddo to play, to play kitchen with or something, just to give myself that safety back again. Because it can be really scary if people pleasing has been the way that you've been programmed all your life and people are used to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. So good.
Yeah. So then I think that one of the ways we can use the 5 A's in all of this is, I will say what I did is I took a dry erase marker and I wrote them on my bathroom mirror just to remind myself of the 5 A's and to think about them because I look at them every day. So just to think about them, keep them in the forefront of my mind, and it's a quick revisit. These are some of the ways that I can check myself. Did I, give myself acceptance today? Did I, overfunction and not allow myself to be what I wanted to be in the moment? So it's a kind of a scorecard way of checking in with myself on the 5 A's. And I found that very helpful as I was getting used to them and getting used to um, that kind of a scorecard process. And once I think we can allow ourselves to practice the 5 A's for ourselves, it becomes a lot easier in those moments to do that for other people as well. And just accept, as a great example, just accept them for who they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is true that it starts with practicing those A's for yourself.
Mhm.
And then it is practice. So if you practice on yourself, then you probably will be better at doing them for others, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
remember that when you're practicing anything, going back to my sports analogy as a non-sport person,
I love that.
when you're practicing, and so you're going to make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So be gentle, be kind with yourself. Sometimes there may be something on my end of the street that ruptured the relationship. I was triggered, I said something I shouldn't have, or whatever it may be, or vice versa. And there's always room to go back, to revisit, and to repair once everybody's regulated.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You can start the conversation again. I love you. I love our relationship. I don't like what happened the other night. I want to apologize for not,
Mm.
not, don't say because I made you feel bad. Own what you did, own
Yeah.
what I did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that can make a relationship stronger if the
Mm.
other person is, you know,
Wow.
doing the same
Apologies
thing.
could be a whole other podcast.
Yeah.
Well, Canadians, we're the queen though.
You're right. Apologies could be a whole podcast. Those are
Mm-hmm.
Authentic
great.
apologies.
Yes.
How to give them and how to accept them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Both
So
sides,
maybe
right?
our listeners, Marcia, could send us a note or a comment or add in their review something that they were able to do over the holidays in terms of boundary setting or just
Ah,
being kind to themselves.
I would love that. I think
Mm-hmm.
if you're listening, email us, um, or comment or DM us on socials or
Mm-hmm.
something, and maybe we'll read some of those when we come
Yeah,
back in January and give everyone a pat on the back for doing the work and doing well.
exactly.
Can you two think
Exactly.
of anything this Christmas that, like, is there anything that's kind of coming to the forefront where you think, oh, maybe I want to, practice the A's in a specific way?
Um, all of the A's.
I don't know about you. When I pick all of them, I'm like, I'm doing none of them or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just me.
No.
I yeah,
Go ahead.
I have practiced it already. Because planning for me as my little Enneagram 8 self, I want to know what's coming. Like I want to understand in general the direction that I'm going and where I'm going to be, who's going to be with me, like that. I'd like to know that. So if there's something left open out there, I would like to close it out. That's
Mm.
just my wiring. And I have become, especially last year, and I'm still practicing it this year, but it just happened where there's some openness in who's going to be with me for Christmas. Is
Mm.
my man going to be with me or is he not going to be with me? And
Mm.
ordinarily, in the past, I feel my insides just like start to get really tense about, oh my gosh, I hope that this goes the way I want it to or whatever it is.
Mhm.
This year I was like, oh, okay, I get it. We'll figure that out. All right. Just like, okay, I know where I'm gonna be for Christmas. I know that I'm gonna have people around me, and some people may not be able to be there. So I'm just kind of
Mhm.
relaxing into that a little bit. It's not the end of the world if I don't know, and it's not the end of the world if it doesn't come together the way I've imagined it. It's gonna be fine.
I love that. Yeah, I think that acceptance one is the big one for me. I think I've been trying to do that. Um, and just allowing it to be what it is. I was looking up some things about stress during the holidays. And one of the top one it said is allow for imperfection. Just accept it. It's not going to be perfect. And but I remember one particular Christmas. It was the Christmas after my mom passed away, and I was really sad and struggling, and I just didn't have it in me like to put on all of the stuff. And I got less presents for everyone, and it was just less to do. I had a smaller dinner. And I remembered thinking, I, I'm letting everybody down. And a couple of days later, all the kids said, that was the best Christmas. And I'm like, what? What?
Oh, that's
And they
interesting.
were like, you were just so much more relaxed than you usually are. And I was
Mhm.
like, really? And I thought about it. And I guess I was more present with them. I was usually so concerned, especially when my mom and dad were around. I was like, who's going to go get grandma? And who's going to drive her down here? And how are we going to? I was so concerned about their experience and making sure that they're well taken care of. And for the first time, I didn't really have that. And I guess I was just able to. And I thought, wow, that's so bizarre that the kid said, you were you were different and we liked it. I was like,
Yeah.
okay,
Oh,
noted. Which made me realize it is more about attention, like the first day, like attention to just being present and
Mhm.
not worrying about, cooking five desserts because one kid wants apple pie, one kid wants pumpkin pie, and one kid, just put out what you can do and they'll be fine. They'll be fine.
yeah, not only
Yes.
fine, but they had a really good time and it gave you
Yeah.
permission to do it again.
Yeah.
And you can serve the dessert with spoons instead of
No
forks.
forks. We are done with forks, folks.
Oh,
On to
yeah. It's
spoons.
like, what? I listened to all your podcasts. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh man. Well,
Forks will have a new meaning this
yeah.
holiday
Yeah,
season.
yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Somebody put away the forks. Oh, this was really good. Thanks.
Yeah.
This was great. I'm, I know it is the holidays can be traumatic for people.
Mhm.
And I hope that this is helpful for you guys that are listening. It's helpful for me. It really is. I'm gonna post these A's on my mirror too. That's a
Good.
great idea. I'll put them on my mirror, on my computer screen, in my kitchen, on my microwave. They'll just Michael come
Yes.
Michael come home from
Now,
Atlanta and he's like, "What are all these notes everywhere?"
I don't want anyone cussing me out when they can't erase them, so I want to give you the clue.
Oh,
Okay.
Like even though it's dry erase, if they stay on your mirror for a while and you try to erase them off, they don't
Hmm.
readily come off. So what you do is you take your dry erase marker and you color over it and then you erase it.
oh, I have heard
That's
that.
the secret. That is the
Okay.
Really?
secret. Yes. So don't anyone freak out if you write on your mirror and think it's not going to come off again. It will, I
So
promise.
you write
Wow.
it in dry erase marker,
Mhm.
and then when you go to take it off, you have to write, like scribble over it
If it
totally, and then
doesn't come
erase the
off
whole thing.
readily. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
good
the
tip.
that's the clue.
I usually just put post-it notes, stickies. I'll write them on that and stick them around. That way I don't have to worry. But that's a good tip. That's a
If
good
you
tip.
guys have house cleaners, I'm sure they'll appreciate that
Yeah,
too.
that's true.
Then they don't have to like clean around the words.
Yes.
Ask me how I know that.
I
Oh, all
believe
right.
it.
Are y'all ready for some ho ho hos or ho ho nos?
I am.
Yes.
Okay. First ho ho ho. Is this a ho 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 or a ho ho no? Eggnog.
Oh no.
Ho ho ho. Enthusiastically.
I saw that. Amy's eyes lit up,
Yes.
and Stacy started immediately shaking her head.
Oh,
You're not an
Mm.
eggnog person, really? Not
Mm-mm.
even when it's spiked?
oh.
My
Maybe
hu-
if I had a couple of drinks before it.
I love it. And my husband makes a great spiked. I don't know what happened. We were up in the mountains one year and we got some moonshine.
Oh,
As
And so
one can do in the
in the
mountains.
mountains. So we came home and he started making this eggnog. He put some moonshine in it. He put some rum. I don't know what else he put in it, but it was delicious.
Oh, I
Yeah.
might like his.
Yeah. Have you ever had a white Russian,
Oh, those are my
Mhm.
favorite.
Stacey? Oh
I
yeah,
love.
those are
Yeah.
delicious. My brother made them one time and I was like,
I
oh,
don't think it
so
tastes
good.
like a eggnog though.
No, but it's sort of a similar, I'm just saying
Yeah.
like it's a
Yeah,
little bit of a, you can be in our
I
club if
do.
you like a white Russian.
So if you like White Russians, I have to give you a tip. I created this drink one time
Okay, I
and
gotta write it down.
it's my favorite. It's easy. You know how to, I call it an almond joy because I love almond joys. So you have your milk or whatever, just like your White Russian, and you have
Hmm.
your Kahlua, your coffee creamer, just like your, but instead of putting vodka in it, put coconut rum in it.
Oh,
Oh.
And oh, and the reason I said almond joy is because I would put almond milk in it. So I would
Hmm.
almond milk, coconut rum,
it's partially healthy.
and some Kahlua. It's a health food. It's a healthy drink. Yes.
It's a health
Skip your
food.
morning smoothie and just have an almond joy. I'm telling you,
Almond
delicious.
milk.
For
Almond
Christmas
milk,
morning.
Kahlua and coconut
Kahlua.
rum.
All right.
That is your holiday drink from Marcia's Kitchen.
I will give it a try.
I wrote it down.
Okay. Ho ho hos or ho ho no. Do you do stockings? Do y'all feel stockings for all your people?
Ho, ho,
Oh,
ho.
oh no.
Oh, see?
Crazy
Because I never
Canadian.
had, no, 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 it's not. People do it. I give a lot of like little gifts to my kids. But I never had an actual fireplace to hang them on. I guess in the house we had one in the basement, but
Hmm.
we never used it really. So that's why I never did it.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah.
We hang the stockings, but I've never filled them. But
Oh,
thinking I might. What do you put in your stockings,
oh my
Stacy?
gosh.
Well, an
I
orange,
find definitely an orange because that's like a
that's the
childhood
rule.
memory I have. But I just find little odd things, and they're usually funny things in there too.
Mm-hmm.
So Maggie gets gifts, and she tells me what she wants, usually September, October. She's like, "This is my list," and then the stocking is all me, and it's fun stuff. So I do stockings for Maggie. I do one for Lacey, and the rule is that we have quiche on Christmas morning,
Ooh.
and the stockings are free game before breakfast. And then we
Oh,
have to eat breakfast and kind of clean up after breakfast, and then the other presents happen.
Oh, that's a
That's
fun
the rule.
tradition. Yeah, I
Hmm.
like that.
it's a
I
good
like that.
opportunity to like shop for their favorites, like their favorite chocolate bar, their favorite
Hmm.
socks, their favorite, I don't know what
Yeah.
else.
And I individually wrap everything, even if it's like a lip gloss, it is wrapped.
Wrapped
So it
in the
takes
stocking.
time. Yeah. It takes
You
time for them to
you
do.
are an overachiever. My gosh. My kids are lucky if the presents are wrapped. I'm telling you. Okay,
That's
one
okay.
more.
You're taking care of yourself.
I
We
am.
approve that here.
I am. And I'm a terrible present.
I
Oh, I
can't wrap.
love it. I love
I
it.
know some people are really great at it. I bet your presents are
Dave is so
gorgeous.
good at it.
Oh, I
Oh,
will say that I do keep all the bits and bobs every year.
oh yeah.
And
Is
I
that
do buy some new ones.
what's a bits and bob? You mean a bow?
Yeah, like all the bows
Oh,
and
okay.
the strings and
Okay.
the whatever, and I put them
Okay.
in a box. Anyway,
And you can reuse them. Yeah.
and then I can reuse them. It's very environmentally friendly, but really it's because I'm cheap.
Oh,
No, you're just resourceful.
Thank Stacy is so good at that. She's the best. Whenever I beat up on myself about something, she just puts a positive spin on it. A nice little
Someone's gotta.
Christmas bow.
she my speaking of reusing, this just came into my head. My mom she was the most frugal human being I've ever met in my life. And she would reuse like birthday cards and Christmas cards. So, if she gave you a Christmas card, to Derek or whatever, or one of the kids, she would ask for it back so that she could use it the next year. But it may not be for the same person. So that person would get
Oh,
it would in it, it would have like the original name crossed out.
So not even like a whole sheet of paper or anything on the. Oh
it's so
no.
bad. It's kind of good.
It was it's so funny. The funniest one was one year at Derek's birthday is August the 4th, and Mike's daughter is August the 7th. And she bought one birthday card that said like dear daughter or something. So when she gave it to Derek, she had marked out daughter and wrote or granddaughter and wrote grandson on it. And he was laughing
funny.
and he was like, "Oh, thanks, Grandma." She goes, "Okay, I'm gonna need that back." So she crossed out the son and wrote granddaughter and handed it to Carrie 3 days later.
No.
I was like, "Oh my gosh."
That is so funny. She was over 45. Like this whole article, she just didn't care anymore.
This woman was born over 45. She was just hilarious. Okay, one more ho 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 or ho ho no. Fruitcake.
Oh, gross.
I think I like it. I haven't had it that much, but there's not a lot of things that I don't like.
It's like a brick.
I like a good, but there's a good fruit. If it's made right, some of the cheap ones are not so great, but there can be good fruit cakes. I can be on the fence about it.
Can you put butter on fruitcake?
You know what, y'all?
Put butter on fruitcake or no? No.
I think that you both are my favorite fruitcakes.
Aww.
We'll be your fruitcake.
That makes my heart so warm and cozy.
That's so sweet. And that's a great way to end this conversation. And I eat my fruitcake with a fork. So oh, this was fun, you guys, and so interesting. Thanks. This was lovely. I think it's a perfect way to end our little podcast this year. This has been so fun, and we're going to take a little break, but we'll be back in January, and we've got some good guests already lined up. So hope everyone has a Merry Christmas, and I look forward to seeing you guys in January.
Happy holidays.
I'm so excited.
I know. Yes, happy holidays, holidays. I haven't been drinking spiked eggnog yet. Happy holidays, everyone. Merry Christmas. You can say Merry Christmas. There's really not a war on Christmas, no matter what people try to tell you.
Say whatever. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's okay. It really is. And thanks for listening. Y'all have a great Christmas, and we'll see y'all in 2026. Bye.
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 This episode has been brought to you by God and My Girlfriends Ministries. If you're looking for a faith-based community where everyone is accepted, all beliefs are welcome, and no judgment, check out godandmygirlfriendsministries.org, where you can find more information about our book clubs, both online and in person, upcoming retreats, and all the events in your area. You can also find out about one of our favorite things that we do, our Single Moms Christmas Blessing Ministry. So go check out godandmygirlfriendsministries.org. We would love to have you a part of our community.